What's up, YouTubers? I'm early too. Cat. I'm early as well. I don't know if anybody's still here though. I should have come on earlier than I had scheduled it for. But um, but I'm early, so how much I missed you guys. Mm. I didn't do a live stream last night. I just watched the movies. They were alright. They weren't bad. Um, one was pretty good. It was kind of like about reincarnation, and then I'll have to. Hey Ron, how you doing? Yeah, I was looking around at the live streams that have been on the last couple of days, and I was like, I'm gonna make one tonight. But just about like hopefully regular things, but because I've been doing some research. So, how are you doing, Ron? And Secular, if he's around, and XX. I still keep wanting to do those trivia live streams, but nobody seems to be interested. So tonight I just researched those blue people that Tommy was talking about, and I researched some Arkansas like legends, which was the one that I shared in the Hey Rachel, how you doing? Hmm. The Arkansas dog boy ghost or something. You finally on? Some of us early. How are you? Yeah, I know, right? And I was thinking I should have gone earlier too. I'm all right. I'm okay, I guess. You know, is what it is. Just fighting the good fight every day. That's all I can do. Fight the good fight every day. Hmm. Yeah, I was looking into those blue people, that Tommy was talking about, and yeah, I remember being in school and then talking about blue babies, blue baby syndrome. How some, kids are. I know, isn't she beautiful, Ron? Very pretty girl. Very pretty girl. I always have alone time, Rachel. Hmm. The second movie wasn't so bad though. One, and I meant to look up and see what it was called. I forgot already. That's terrible. I remember what the one I watched that wasn't so good. That was called Suburban Gothic, and that wasn't that great. But Ron wants to know if XX is married. Hmm. But it was pretty good. But anyway, yeah, I was looking up those, because I remembered about hearing about blue babies when I was growing up, in school. And then, the other night, Tommy Highway was talking about seeing like a blue girl and he was in a hospital. And then, um, but if you think about it, you get the blue bloods and then, they're kind of inbreeding as royalty, right? Keeping it blue blood. Oh, she's been with the same guy for 25 years. Sorry, Ron. Not married, but still with the same guy. So that's good. Committed, very pretty lady there. Hmm. But there was inbreeding in the royal families too, you know? So the research that I had been doing was, um, Rachel says, good for you, XX. Congratulations on that. It was about this family in Kentucky, the blue people of Kentucky, the Fujat family, and how he was like the guy, he was a Martin Fujat and a French orphan. Oh, Terry bounced. He'll be back. Hmm. Oh, he says, "Oh, okay, so you're happy," and then she pleads the fifth. Aw, dang. I'd rather you say yes, yes, you're happy. Rachel, your avatar cracks me up. Hmm. You're funny. It's the Noya. What's that mean? What does that mean? Noya moment. I think you mean moment, but I don't know what Noya means. Mm. Oh, none of your business. Right, but tax. You're funny. But I think, you know. Now, why do you think you would, like, 25 years with the same person? Are you just, no, honestly, this is just between us, right? Are you happy, or do you sometimes think to yourself that you could be happier and what you may have missed out on? Like, if you feel that way. I'm not saying you do. I'm just asking because I myself, no, and all you two, just between us and all you two. Yeah, but you don't have to say anything. I'm just saying. All right. Well, if he watches the things that you watch and stuff, and he knows that you go on and everything, then I understand if you want to keep it quiet. But about 10 G's, Tracy. And yet you've never donated to my GoFundMe page, Rachel. No, sir, I'm only kidding. Only joking. Just kidding. You know me. I think XX boyfriend should drop to one knee and ask XX to marry her, marry him. Oh, well, the thing is that I've seen a lot of times where people are together for a long time and then they get married, and that piece of paper puts so much pressure on it that they end up divorced pretty quick. Well, oh, you have three kids together in a business. Yeah, yeah, that can be tough. Kids are that's a tough one, isn't it? Such a catch-22 about everything in life, you know? Everything in life is, and I'll bet you if he did do that, Ron, it would be even more, right, paper, but it would be more of a hassle if, I could have with someone made a bigger, never know, right? Not true, Rachel, because um my daughter is the administrator, so whatever is like anonymous, I actually know who donated. But, yeah, I'm only kidding. It doesn't. Yeah. Um. Yeah, there was definitely more. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Right. There would definitely be more of a headache if there was marriage involved. That's a shame, isn't it? I think to myself, like I thought to myself the other day after surgery that, I don't know, my confidence probably will be affected. Like, who knows if I'll ever even like have sex again, right? Maybe I won't even like feel desirable or I won't even be desirable to somebody. And then I'll think to myself, but maybe, like people will try to make you feel good and say, yeah, but if somebody feels that way, that's not who you want anyway. And, and nobody's perfect and we're all, um, you know, like nobody's perfect as we get to a certain age and probably everybody's got something that's not right, you know, but, but, it's just, I don't know, just so strange to me that I don't know how I'm gonna feel. Even inside and love has no issues, right? Well, I get you there, but Rachel, I mean, when you feel sexy, you feel sexy. And and when you are the first, when you're like first time, it's what I'm saying is, you know what I mean. I know what you guys are saying, but I know you guys know what I mean at the same time, you know? And so I don't know. I was thinking to myself, like, does it even really matter that much? Because when I hear people talking about relationships and things like that, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, you know. I guess I just want to be happy no matter what happens. And a relationship isn't like as much as just surviving anymore, you know? Like, I think I'd rather survive, be happy, not worrisome, and not have to worry about looks and this and that. I mean, I don't know. Okay, wait. He goes, wait, I will be right back. Wait, I will be right back. Oh, no, we're not waiting. Forget it, Ron. We will not wait for you. No, sir, we'll be here. We'll wait. I don't know. I guess I was just trying to, like, make myself feel better in my head. Like, I don't know. There's probably so much more in that. I just want to be back to feeling better. It doesn't matter, I guess, what's like under my clothes, even though, I mean, I'm not like horribly disfigured or anything. I'm not saying, just saying that I just want to be back to energetic and resident fellow was the exact one guy gained weight and felt a certain way, but his lover was still in love. So weight didn't matter then. Yeah, I hear you, Rachel, but they were already like in love. Hi, Mr. Rourke. Stop dragging my heart around. You see what you're saying, Rachel, but like I'm not in a relationship, so somebody's not, So that's what my thought was, is that now would I ever be attracted to somebody that's not already attracted to me? You know? Like it's different when you're in love with somebody already and then something happens, but you just love them anyway. It's the same as like if you're with somebody when they're young and then they get older and but you still see them as young. So yeah, I was just thinking, I don't know. Would I ever feel that way about myself even anymore? Would I ever look at myself and be like feeling like, oh, I look good, I look this way, I look that, you know? I just thinking about, like how my hair will grow back. And no, I don't. I'm not looking for somebody. It's not about looking for someone or finding someone. It's about me feeling it about myself anymore. That's what my concern. I'm not looking, and I don't think I could have imparted this to you before because I just had my surgery yesterday. and I just looked at, you know, what happened, the scar and what's going on there yesterday or today, yesterday, last night maybe. So I didn't have the same feelings that I have today that I had Monday because I didn't look at it and no, I don't want a wig. I am about it doesn't really matter. I just want to be fun. I just want to be healthy again. It's not even about meeting anybody and being with somebody anymore. You know, it's like being healthy again. I don't want to. I don't care about any of that. I just want to be healthy again. Like right even before, like I had to stop working. Thank you. I appreciate that, Rachel. Thank you, Mr. Rourke, about the beauty comes from the inside, and you sound like a lovely human being. Hi, Pink Sam. How are you? Thank you. It's just funny, how like now the beauty thing and that is just kind of. I just want to be healthy again, and maybe like relish life like maybe I didn't before. I think I did, but maybe I didn't as much as I should have. You know, maybe I slept too much. Maybe I missed too much things going on. Maybe I kept thinking, oh, it's a beautiful day today, but there's plenty of beautiful days. And then, you know, maybe I took for granted beautiful days. How's everybody doing today, though? Rainy around here today. I mean, even something as small as that, like going to get seeds. Like I always like, the sunflower seeds because they grow fast. And I would plant, like in my plant pots around the time that, like now, like April showers bring May flowers. So I would start buying my potting soil and, doing my planting of the seeds and going out there and doing my flowers and sunset videos. And just even going to get the seeds and then walking, like it was just like I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And you guys know, you see that I used to do the videos, right, of the freaking sunset and flowers or whatever. And I just want to get back to where I can stop worrying about results and margins and neuropathy. And thank you, XX. I appreciate that. Just want to get back to that where, I'm car dancing and stuff. Hi, Ben. How are you? I want to just go back to being happy. I'm not saying I'm not happy. Oh, out on a date. I know. Remember you said that, Tommy. And he's out on a date. Hey, Dominic. Oh, bummer. Bummer that you're out on a date and you can't be in the live stream with us, Tommy. Hey, Ace. The highway needs a little TLC. Well, you can give us the update later. Tell us if she gets scared when you tell her about the 30 points of restraint. Fill up. Tommy, don't bring them toys on. I know, right? That's what I say too. XX. Don't bring them toys out on the first date and scare her. Good morning, Ace says. Oh, it must be morning for Ace. Is it like 8:30 a.m. where you are? So I wonder where he's taking her on the date. Dinner, movie, no movie. Can't do a movie. Hmm. So dinner. So where are you going on a date? Hi, Jeff Spieling. So let's see. You would go. You can't go to the movies. We know that. You could go out to dinner. And 8:40 a.m. We're aces. And Colorado is 2 or so hours behind me. So it is 8:39. And so date here in Georgia. Okay. Oh, steakhouse. She's a Colorado girl. Nice, nice. And at least you don't have to have the I would say like no, not when you're at a restaurant. Yeah, Tommy, very true. We'll have tons of fun. Hey, SG, you have been through hell. You will get your energy back. Everything will be fine one day at a time. Just take it easy. I appreciate that, Dominic. It seems like it's gone by like so, like like wow, from the time of me being diagnosed and all that. The porn theater was closed. Does she know about your channel and all the UFO stuff? Is she interested in all that, Tommy? Not one spoon. Eesh. No way. Oh, that's how LJ. Hope to hit that. What? Wait a minute. All right, I'm so lost right now. She hit that. It's so lost right now. Hit it after one date? You don't want to hit it after one date. I mean, I'm sure you do, but I'm just saying you really don't because would that change things or is that like not a deal breaker? You know what? I don't think it should be a deal breaker if two people do actually fool around. But I do know that sometimes for guys, they think it's okay, like they fool around on a first date, but they judge a girl by it. So what they do is they like stay everything that they think that I'm not talking about you, Tommy. I'm pretty sure you're probably very sweet, right? Not after a big steak dinner. Isn't that like the catch 22? Like, what's bad form? I don't know what you mean bad form. But I do agree with Tommy that when you like eat too much, you don't want to you feel like fat, even though if you're not fat, and I'm sure that you don't even gain weight by eating one meal and you just feel full. But it's too uncomfortable. Like you just eat too much. And at least you can get to know her that way. you know. But I do think it's like ironic how a guy can, well, say, yeah, he was kidding around. Of course he was kidding around. He wouldn't do that. He's too nice. He's a nice person. Not too nice. The highway ride is closed after a big dinner. I'm not on the broom horse. See, Rachel? See? See? I don't even know what you mean by that. Broom horse. Yeah, after a big dinner, usually I'm so full, and that's what I'm saying. Like after a certain age, like we all are like, whatever. I just want to fucking be happy, and you know, like even if you have to spend a lot of time with people, um, you just want to make sure it's somebody that you can really get along with. Dominic says it's crazy because I know couples that have been together for years and then they get married and divorced in 6 months and hate each other. It's so weird. Yeah, right? I mean, I agree, Dominic. That really does happen. Like, people will be together for a long time as a couple, and then they get married, and it's like the piece of paper just puts so much stress on it, knowing that you can't just walk away if things don't work out. I think is what puts so much stress on it, and the cost, and then the court sitting there telling you, this and that. Night, Tommy. Well, if it doesn't go good, we'll be here. Mhm. uh, I'd like to know how they met myself. That's nice though, going out on a date, huh? I can't remember the last time I went out on a date. I mean, I know people can be like couples. Oh, stop. Maybe he was just saying because he knew I was bringing up blue men, or blue people. So he thought, oh, I'd like to get on, you know, the blue people subject, but that he's on a date. So he was being sweet and letting me know he wasn't like saying she wasn't that good of a date. He was being a sweet person and letting me know that he couldn't come on without hot pants. Marriage is 50% divorce rate in the U.S. She must not be there. Like, why is Tommy still chatting here? I'd be up. Oh, stop. He's being nice to me. He's letting me know that he can't come in and talk about the blue people. That's how nice of a person he is. And I appreciate that, Tommy. I got married after 3 months together. Are you still together, Pink? In boxers. But you guys don't get it. He's being nice. He's sharing with his friends. Yep, 23 years later. See, that's so nice. See, so you guys got married 3 months later and still together 23 years. See? Yeah. UFO man said no effing way. Well, you didn't score yet. You're just on the date. But if you feel like, fly by the seat of your pants romance, oh, and look, that rhymes. Isn't that nice? Fly by the seat of your pants romance. Then you should listen to Pink Sam here because they said that they dated for 3 months before they got married and they're still together 23 years later. So, you know, that says something. That's like, like, oh, jeez. Yeah, yeah, don't say that, Rachel. You're so horrible sometimes. She knows that I invaded the show. Rachel says hi. Oh, is her name Rachel? Yeah, see, there's a lot of nice people named Rachel. Rachel. Yeah, Rachel. Her name's Rachel, not Rachel. So, busting your butt. Yeah, and that's nice that he wants to share his, like, he wants to share that with us, and we're his friends. That means he's sharing with his friends his happiness about a date and tell her we said, that you're a great guy and she's a very lucky girl. But yes, just like Pink Sam said, that sometimes when, you feel like that's the person, that's the one, then, sometimes it is the one. Like, don't analyze too much, fly by the seat of your pants, uh, you know, jump in, leap of faith kind of thing. Thanks, but it's more of I end up dead, possibly half eaten. Not Tony, it's Tommy. If I end up dead, possibly half eaten. Or her. She might be the one in trouble. You never know. Yeah, I heard that. Like Meatloaf, the singer, even he like met his wife. I think they knew each other like 2 weeks or 2 months, and um, and they were still married. I hope they're still married. But I'm not like saying wrong information, but I know they were married for a long, long time. But it's a bummer that you can't be on the show, Tom, because I did want to talk to you about the blue people, and I did some research and crapola. I should have told you ahead of time. Tommy wishes to get devoured. Oh, sorry, couldn't resist. Hmm. Funny. Yeah, the safe word. And don't have it be panties, because then that gets confusing. You say panties, panties, and they're like, what? Panties, panties, what? You want me to put panties on my head? You want me to wear panties? What do you want? I can save the Blue Man show. Not Blue Man. I keep saying Blue Man, like the Blue Man group. I can save my blue people research that I did, so you can be on the show. You know, every now and then I gotta get out of this apartment to lure them in. I know, right? I hear ya. Next thing you're like, well, I had to dump her. We didn't get along. Excuse me. You are stay on yourself. Get back on your feet. He's not being rude. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's being very nice. And just like I would, if I ever had a date, I would come onto YouTube and I would do a live stream so you guys would all know who he was. Safety first. Safety first. Okay? So that's what it's all about. Safety first. So we all know she's from Colorado and her name is Rachel. So if anything happens to you, thank you, Dominic, for you in those work hours, 3:45 a.m. That's such ungodly hour. Yeah, he says honest too. Is that the safe word? Well, if she is in her style. So Tommy, you advertise your bedroom on Instagram, dude. Um, we have to save him when we hear the safe word. Make and model of car. Yeah, we have to save him if we hear the safe word. Like he's got to just type it out. Like help. That could probably work. Help or danger. Save me. Honestly, I think she's impressed that I am a YouTube personality. I, I would have left that date by now, Tommy, if you were constantly on your phone, Pink Sam says. Unless he's sharing this moment with her, Pink, you know? And you are a YouTube personality. Plus, you're very handsome. Here I am trying to be like the words of, you know, trying to make it all better. Yeah, you're very handsome. And, you know, right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, she's not a stalker fan. Stop it. We have in a group thing going. She's not a stalker fan. Let's get that out there. No, he has 30 places of restraint, and he's very open about it. So, I mean, any stalker knows that they might end up tied up and, you know, biting off more they can chew. So, she's one of those infamous UFO groupies. I'm like her fifth Beatle. Infamous UFO groupies. I didn't even know there was UFO groupies. She's not the one for you. I can tell already. unless she's there listening and making jokes with you. I could be wrong. If she is right watching with you and she has a good sense of humor and she's making that joke too with you, then maybe she is good for you because she's got a good sense of humor. Apparently, there are. Oh, good. So good. Then. Good. So good. Then if she's right there and she's making those jokes with you, then she's got a good sense of humor and she knows what you're saying and she's laughing along with you and that's good. So then you don't even mean that about like fifth beetle. Fifth beetle. Ace. Yeah, hopefully when Tommy gets off the phone starts I tell you, if I'm on a date and the guy reaches for his phone, yeah, yes, but on the flip side, Rachel, if a guy reaches for his cell phone because, his notification, maybe, okay, listen, maybe Tommy has his notifications on for my live stream, okay? So maybe it went off. And he said, "Oh, that's my friend. She's doing a live stream tonight on Blue People. I just want to tell her that although I'm interested in Blue People, that I'm on a date and I won't be able to join her in her live stream." And he shares that with her. Right, see, his pants buzzed. Right. So instead of him, just switching it off and like being, discreet about it, instead he was open with her and openly shared, what was going on. Pink said, if I was on a date and the guy asked if I was an alien, I would definitely answer yes. Anywho, I don't think he's asking her that, but what I'm saying is if he takes out his cell phone and shares whatever message that he just got or shares what's going on his cell phone or what he even does on YouTube, that kind of thing. Those are good signs. That's a good sign. And to the girl, it's a good sign too. It means that, okay, so yeah, I said, okay, Rachel, I'll probably see you on Bobbles, Rachel. But yeah, I think that's a good sign. Like he's not just reaching in his pocket, shutting it off. And he's not shutting it off saying, I don't care if somebody calls me with an emergency, acting like, people don't have stuff, that's the thing. I'm rolling into one of my favorite channels when the bat signal hits the cloud. Kate thinks it's cool and Tracy gets a new sub. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. See? And that is, and that's honesty. Like he's being honest. And for somebody out on their first date, for somebody to not answer their phone at all, kind of to me, would seem suspicious. For somebody to shut a phone off or talk on it, privately or whatever, would also seem kind of suspicious. What he's doing right now is good. That's a good way to start off, you know, and knowing somebody is that knowing that they have nothing to hide and they're sharing that these are just my friends and and just like he said saying and Tracy has a new sub, that's nice. I mean, and that girl is like in the loop and he's got her in the loop, and if that's how you know if you like somebody, by being honest. Both of you are honestly who you are right from the get-go. You know, like some people, they will pretend to be a certain way. They'll say they're this way or that way or this way or that way. And what they don't realize is that you're just making them that person when they're putting on a persona is just making that person like that persona, you know? not like they like them. So everybody should start off honesty, I think. I don't think it's rude at all that you're sharing this, you know, this with her. Plus, a lot of people do live streams, and I always thought it would be cool if, somebody, if they did were a couple or even became a couple, to be able to share, their interest, even if it was, whether it be live streams or urbex exploring or paranormal stuff, cryptids, whatever, but just to be able to share it. Because when you have different interests and different likes, that really is hard. It's hard to spend, if you can share the hobbies that you have, those are really good. Thank you, Ace. I appreciate that you said that. Just hit the thumbs up. Yeah, everybody hit the thumbs up. Hmm. So anyhow, I did actually do research though on the blue people, and I had like some good points I wanted to make, but maybe I'll wait because I actually think that I did, I did do research, but I did have some questions for Tommy, so maybe I'll wait on the blue people one. But I thought it was really interesting. Bobbles is on tonight, correct? Everybody? That should be interesting. What is she going? Oh, did her dog die? Did she say that? I think she did. That does suck if her dog died. My channel is back up so you can see my puppy. Is that where the Smurfs came from? No. The Smurfs came from. I don't know where the Smurfs came from, but I know that Smurfette came from Gargamel. You remember? He made Smurfette like to spy on them, but they had no girl ones there. That is sad when somebody's pet dies, isn't it? It really is. I've been doing a lot of like, well, like I was saying, I watched that. Oh no, poor Mrs. Bob. I know, right? I used to like the Smurfs. Not that I still probably don't like the Smurfs. I probably would like them if they were still on. I think the cartoons nowadays are really lacking myself. But anybody ever seen a snapping turtle? You know what? I wish Prudently would come on with me sometimes, like she used to. What if I drop the link? Mr. Rourke, A X X. Come on, somebody. Come on. Come on. Please. Come up and talk with me. Pink Sam. The Smurfs come from Sweden? Really? I didn't know that. Huh. How do you know the Smurfs come from Sweden? Yeah, snapping turtles. They are mean. You killed one a few years ago in your pond. Why? Was it eating all your fish? XX? Like, did you kill it on purpose or like by accident or like why? What do you mean your pond? Was it your pond, like in your yard, and you had like bought those special fish, and maybe it kept eating them? Because I hear that the snapping turtles really eat a lot of, um, fish. My house, too crazy to jump. Wait, I don't know what that means. My house, too crazy to jump. What do you mean too crazy to jump? What does that mean? too crazy to jump. Snapping turtles are mean, but in Arkansas they think that it's like this, like the White River monster. That's what they think. It's like their legend. Uh, Listen, Mr. Rourke, I've been through this with you guys before. I was jumped for my hot dog. Okay, the bullfrogs jumped me for my hot dogs, and for my hot dog, and they surrounded me. We brought turtle in Bali, and we put in hotels pond. They are big now. And our hotels pond. Yeah, in my yard, my kids were younger, and they swam in it and attacked the pole and wouldn't let go. Oh, yeah, I hear they're very vicious. Now you couldn't like can't remove them and like put them somewhere else, or oh, see, looks like two of you guys like hearing that story, and it's a true story. That is true. My daughter will tell you. I had to leave my flip flop behind because it was sunk in the mud. Meaning my house is way too loud to jump on stream. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. $5 each. So sad. 50 in a tiny tank. 50 snapping turtles. Yeah, they surrounded me by pretending they were one turtle. I mean, one bullfrog. And he really had me fooled. I thought we had made like like an advancement. Like I had made an advancement in my fear of bullfrogs. Because right now, like I said, there is this spider that is kind of like near my faucet, and I let it stay there because at this time in my life, I don't want to be killing a spider or anything. So there's this spider. Now, I will tell you right now that if any more come, then I will see no, it was so damn mean. My kids and mom was like, damn, we should have brought it over and she would have made soup. Yeesh. Drop your website, Tommy. But the next time, I'm telling you now, on your next live stream on UFO, man, when there's 565 people there, make sure you drop my link. So the bullfrogs give you bad dreams? No, they didn't give me bad dreams. We have a jumping fight. Listen, Ace, I don't even know why you just had to bring up a jumping spider because right now I have goosebumps. I mean, every hair on my arm is standing up. You don't even understand right now. I'm so scared of spiders that the fact that I was able to. Now, this is the reason why my voice is getting lower because I don't want this spider to know that, my fear of spiders because I feel I've worked out an agreement with the spider near the faucet that because I don't want to be killing anything right now because in my condition I don't want temp fate. I don't feel like we were underwear up the butt surprise. No, no, no. I know. I was just kidding, Tommy. But no, drop your link to whatever channel you were just saying that we should all check out. But so and I'm not gonna be like putting the yeah, you wish you were me, secular. Just saying. Um, like I'm not gonna be like, picking up some spider and bringing it outside in the frickin', nature. Oh, go ahead, be gone. He came up here, okay? I live high up. He came up here. I don't know how he would get in. I have my window shut, okay? And so I was like, okay, so I'm not gonna bring him downstairs, and I don't want to kill him. So I said, his name is Spidey, because I think that's a cool name. Yes, okay, maybe not so original. The name of Spider Spidey, but it is a cool name. And so, and they mentioned you, and I said I like you, and it's that. Who, me or secular? No, and I'm not gonna walk down 3 flights of stairs with a spider and be like, oh, here's nature, here's nature. Not to mention that try to catch them and set them free. I hear you, Sec, but that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I had to talk with the spider. And I was like, okay, I'll let you stay, but it seems to be working out. It's been like, I'm gonna say about 2 weeks that I've let the spider stay. So now I have 2 cats, a dog, and a spider. I'm hoping he doesn't bite me in my sleep. Okay. Well, yeah, I would hope so, but I'd rather it was like, not me they were talking about. No offense, secular. Ha! That secular definitely accused me of being, why, she knows who you are. You know what it is? You can't blame these people when they're accusing people of being somebody else because of how much eventually people started being cloned and this and that and this and that. But uh, evening stars, two stars. You mean sex? Oh, stop it, Ace. Can you remove that secular's comment right there? You don't have to block him or nothing, but just remove that about Tiffany. I don't like that shit. Right? Yeah, and I can't tell him you did, but just tell me. We know, secular. We know. We know. You don't trust women. We know. Right? And I'm not gonna lie, I thought Rachel Reed was gonna turn out to be a guy, and I thought that Virginia Woolf was a woman. Expect you to be a punching bag. Who's punching you? Nobody's expecting you to be a punching bag. You want to see cat fight. Ace, I'm jealous. I'd love to be on the back of one of them bikes. See, and I would look like frickin' Gazoo from the Flintstones if I had a helmet on right now. Remember Gazoo? The little green guy? That's what I would look like. Just saying. Secular, where are you? Invite them to the live. I've been chatting with some Filipino YouTubers that have channels, and I'm going to have a celebration of Filipinos live and invite them to the live. I'm a female, but I'll fisticuff Jetson. No, Gazoo, like from the Flintstones. Well, secular, will you come on? Because I have to go to the bath. I have to go pee. And I don't want to leave you guys silent, but I'm sorry. I just have to go. Sorry. I have to. We. And I know that you have like a lot of stuff to say, secular. So you could just come up here and chat for just a minute, couldn't you? Just for a second. There you go. There you go. Hello?
Really? How you doing?
Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
I'll take a wee wee. I'll hold down
Thank
the
you.
fort.
I'm gonna take it
Don't make
over.
it a long-term thing.
I won't, but just take it over. Can you
Take
read
it.
the chat at the same time?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. All right, cool.
Go take a
I'll be
wee
right
wee.
back.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Take a tinkle. So how you guys doing today? You're talking about spiders, and yeah, all the wicked spiders, all the really venomous one spiders are, I think, in Australia. There's a documentary about poisonous snakes. They ended up in Australia from getting on driftwood like millions of years ago, and they evolved into different kinds. Asel, have you seen any poisonous snakes in Australia where you live? Boy, those Flintstones. What a classic cartoon that was. Well, I know you will fist a cup, Asel. Ace. Where are you, XX? Boy. I like Survivor Girl. She's one of the good ones on here. I don't have to deal. She's not, emotionally and verbally abusive like a certain other YouTuber is that I'm totally done with. Are you
Not
here?
me though, right? I'm always
No.
sweet to you.
I just said you're one of the good ones. You're a
Yeah,
credit.
I'm always sweet to you. I thought that was so sweet that you came on so I could go to the bathroom.
I think you're a credit to your gender. That's what I think.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
How are you
Wish I
feeling
could say the
today?
same. No, sir, I'm only kidding.
Well, hey, you can say how you feel about me. I'm not. I'm
No,
not
no,
gonna
no.
lie
You know
about it.
I'm only kidding. You know I love you. You know I do.
I love you more. So how you feeling today?
Today, I mean, like, I feel like that if it wasn't for, like, a lot of it physically, I've noticed has been, this is prior to the surgery.
Right,
Okay. But physically, what was starting to get to me was the neuropathy in my feet and like my legs feeling like lead.
right.
Yeah. But now,
Are you walking
physically,
around without a cane or any and everything? Can you?
yeah, yeah, oh yeah, of
Is
course.
your taste coming back?
Uh, no, not really. I mean, now I'm more concerned. Now after the surgery, now I'm more concerned of like, okay, is it like totally, like, okay, maybe there might have to be some radiation or some continued, pills, whatever, for
Right,
that estrogen. Like, I guess estrogen isn't good for women. Remember all those years they said it was?
right,
Yeah, but I guess now they used to prescribe it when a woman hit menopause. They would prescribe estrogen, but yeah, and the birth control pills had a lot of estrogen in them. But I guess now, typical to every other thing that when they do, long-term tests on them, they turn out to be damaging to people's health. But now I guess I just feel more like I just want to know that it's out of me.
name some medicines. You might be more aware. One of the chatters might be more knowledgeable than I am. What are some medicines that have proven to be effective over the years?
For what?
Non-addicting, anything. Any What's not addictive that's proven to be effective besides
I'd
some
say
vaccine, measles vaccine,
acetaminophen.
huh?
I'd say like acetaminophen, black seed oil. I wouldn't take really anything. Like my doctor, Dr. Ayer, he knows that I don't want to like take any pills. So when I said something about the neuropathy, what he prescribed was B6, vitamin B6. And he prescribed it, so that it would be a little cheaper for me than if I was to buy, vitamins.
Right,
Right. But bottom line is that if he's going to suggest, he's such a good doctor. Like I said, that it was his professionalism and his knowledge and even the infusion nurses, that were the ones with the chemotherapy and everything,
Mhm.
that their professionalism and their knowledge is what made me stop listening to things that I was reading on YouTube and the internet, you know?
Right.
So, one of the things that I did learn, and I will credit Rachel Reed with this, was about the black seed oil. I do think that based on everything I watched and read about black seed oil, that that is something that probably should be taken just like any like B6,
Right.
B12, which is usually an oil. But I think taking a daily regimen of things that, you can study and aren't prescribed,
Right.
yeah, that I
Well,
think is
right. Well, I
probably the
think
best
a
way.
safe bet is to eat lots of vegetables and working out. I mean, you can take it. There's no diet's perfect. You could say, like, I used to eat a lot of broiled chicken that wasn't hormone free or whatever, but at least it's better than coney dogs every other day. You know what I mean? It's, I guess, how you look
Yeah.
at it. We feel better.
Well, even
We
like,
exercise.
here people say, oh, sugar that all, oh, coffee, this, this, that, and the other thing. Bottom line is none of my doctors have ever said, well, even just, I think it was like just a couple of weeks ago, me and you were talking about vegetables and cancer, and you said raw, and I remember thinking raw as
Yeah.
well. But I remember saying to you that when I talked to my doctor, he said, oh, yeah, he goes, now would be a good time for cooked vegetables.
Right. Well, the Chinese, like if you go to a lot of the Asian restaurants, they don't overcook their vegetables; they're crisp. I think the Thai people cook it where it's where it's soft, but
Right.
um,
Like he seems to be along the lines of where, I don't know, he's not like real into, he's not going to give me stuff that he knows. I don't think anything though, like Ambient, what is it called? Ativan, Zoloft, Xanax,
yeah,
Percocet. I don't think any of that is good. Like,
right.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the pharmacist. When I was at the doctor years ago for one of my conditions, I was concerned about was depression, and the pharmaceutical rep was there. The doctor, he's my ex-doctor now, but he was trying to load me up. I took some pills for a while, but I stopped. I wanted to ask you a quick question. Is there anything that's off limits with you that you're not comfortable talking about regarding
What?
regarding your condition?
No, I'm not. I haven't heard anything yet.
But no, but is there anything that you're personally you don't want to talk about? You would be uncomfortable. Like, say, would you rather not people not ask you if your
No,
hair
go
is
ahead. Ask me.
okay? What is your hair? How's your hair situation? Is it growing back or
Oh, it's just, I don't know. I don't see it like growing back. I'm sure it is because it's been what, like 3 weeks off chemo, but
right?
it's not, no, nothing significant. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I got to check my laundry real quick, honey. Downstairs, I live in an apartment building and I share a washer and dryers. One of these days, I'm going to be a grown up and buy a house or get a townhouse or condo with a washer and dryer inside of it. But
I hear you. I don't have one either.
I ran from responsibility for so many. I didn't like
I
to
don't
be
think
tied
it's running
down.
from responsibility. It's just cheaper. I mean, if
Well,
you can't pay your rent, like if you can't pay your rent, like you're going to be a week late, it's easier to talk to the, landlord. It just
right,
makes things simpler. Like it's less stress,
right. Well, I'm
you
being
know?
where I'm at. It's being gentrified. The area is being. My rent just shot up $265. In the old days, I could have got together with other tenants. We could have contacted a social justice lawyer. Maybe did a picket in front of the rental real estate. Another company came in and bought the property from another real estate group, and they jacked the rent up. But in the old days, we could have
I'm
possibly
sure if they give you any kind of notice or anything.
not much. I know that they can't jack it up more than 40% of market value. I know that, but if we could have all got together and fought it, then maybe we could have, they gave him some
Yeah, but
bad
did have you like
publicity.
actually researched? Like, did you really go on the
No,
internet and
I'm
research?
not in a position where I can move right now. I kind of,
I don't, no. I didn't say about moving. I'm just saying, like, sometimes, it's right there in writing that they're not giving enough notice or anything, but it also might tell that's the thing. Like, you got
right.
to read up on whatever happens to you, and
Yeah,
if you can
well,
fight it, and if it's worth it, then
in
go ahead. But
hindsight, yeah, in
how
hindsight,
much did they jack up your rent? $200?
about almost about 260, about
Yeah, and so is that gonna last? Like, I mean, like,
two hundred and $20 more. I'm paying
right? But are they gonna
75 a
jack it up
month.
every year?
No. Well, probably, yeah, probably if I don't move, I'm gonna go move to a more. So I never really saved and invested like I should have either. I didn't. I had a
No,
child.
no, 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 no. You can't put off renting
Yeah.
as your bad. Okay, people don't buy rental properties and hope to get renters and thinking that only you know irresponsible people rent.
Right.
That's not true. Single people rent because
Right.
you know why? Because it's fucking cheaper. It's cheaper, and you're not, strapped in. You might end up getting married to somebody and buying a house together.
Well, that's better. Like that's why I'm always talking about going back to being acting like grown-ups and being responsible and mature and working on relationships,
But some people
making
do.
that
But
work.
listen, this is the thing, though, Terry. I'll tell you. After going through what I went through, and now it's not even. Now I just want to like live.
I
Like
understand.
before, I would be thinking, oh, it's you're by yourself. It's won't, or this or that, or this could be better, or that could be better, or this could be better. Now I just like want to live because I know how scared I am. And so, say that, like there is a day when you're dating somebody and you fight all the time and you can't get. I don't want to waste days like that. I don't want to waste days thinking this, that.
Right.
I want to now. I right in between now, between the surgery was. I'll tell you. So you know how like I was really insecure about the mastectomy.
Right.
Okay, I was saying, should I mastectomy? In the beginning, when he heard my name, the doctor, he said, sounds like there's Jewish in your name. So there is a gene that Jewish women can carry that can, possibly, if you test positive for that gene, you should have both breasts removed, like Angelina Jolie did. And there's been a couple of other actresses
I
that have
wasn't
had
aware of
that
that.
done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you
Me,
aware?
I had neither. I hadn't either, Terry. I hadn't either. And because I was just trucking along, in life. I didn't feel like, you know, I was sick. And so then after that, I tested negative for that gene. So there's something good, you
Good,
know?
good, good.
Yeah, there's something good. But, still, this thing was pretty big. It was large. And when the surgeon first looked at it and said, but it might uh, be too big to remove as a lumpectomy, partial mastectomy, whatever,
Right.
do the chemo. Well, you saw how long chemo went on. That was a
Right.
long
Yeah,
time.
I went back and looked at some of your videos. It was, you started talking about it 6 months ago.
Yeah, in September, I remember early
Right.
September.
And
Yeah.
honey, I'm gonna head downstairs right now to check on my laundry. So
All right.
okay, I'll be back in 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay. Because I wasn't done. But anyway, I'll just finish the story for you guys. But yeah. So then oh my god. No, okay, so the chemo. Okay, so then now when he said he could do a lumpectomy, yeah, yeah. And when he said he do a lumpectomy, then that was, something that in the beginning they weren't even sure if they might have to do a double mastectomy. You know what I mean? So it kind of made me feel better about the fact, and and my oncologist saying you've done really well. Like you seem even better than you did when you first came in. You know, so I don't know. Whatever. I'm just rambling. So anyhow, yes, please. Yeah. hmm I'm gonna do this. Hi, everybody. I can hear secular
Hey,
moving
Tracy,
around. Yeah.
somebody else was waiting to use it. They had one of the other tenants had clothes in the washer. I had clothes in the dryer, so I had to. I didn't mean to cut you short on your story.
No, no, no. I know. You're still there, right?
Yes, I am. I'm back.
Okay. Back in the New York groove. Remember that song, Ace Frehley?
Yeah, I had the solo album. I
Yep.
remember
I
the
love that
vinyl. The
song. I
vinyl.
really do. Back in the New York groove. So we're gonna get a visitor right now.
Is that know-it-all, Rochelle Reed?
No, don't say stuff like that. Oh my God.
I like her. She's a tough gal,
I
like
do
you.
too.
She's a tough gal.
I'm in here, right? Why isn't it like showing? Like I can't. Mm-mm. I can hear you, but I can't see the chat.
I'm entertaining them right now with my crab comments.
Yeah, but prudently is gonna come in.
Okay, I'll pop off and she pops in.
No, why? You stay on.
No, no, it's okay. I'll let the ladies gab.
Oh, stop it. No, because I have to jump off, so you have to stay on with prudently
Okay. Where are you going?
because I got to jump off because I'm hearing an echo.
All right.
Prudently, you there?
I'm here.
All right,
Can
so
you hear
I have
me?
to get myself off.
Can you hear me, Terry?
Yeah. Well, that's a wicked laugh.
Very funny.
I know,
Sounds
This is
right?
wicked.
Tracy's.
Uh,
How you doing, Miss Prudently?
I'm doing okay. A
How's
little tired.
how's the family doing?
Um, Pretty good. Lydia had her surgery and it went well. So it's just been, she had it Tuesday, so I'm kind of coming out of the coma of being up a lot and
Right. You're helping her.
waiting on her.
Right.
you know, she's pretty good, but it's like, can you make me this? Can you make me that? Usually she's pretty self-sufficient.
Right.
At that age, they don't require their mother too much anymore, and now she needs
hello?
me.
Oh, it must be nice to have a nurturing mother.
Oh, I hope so. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
really? She's the
My
Well,
best.
mother, my mother was narcissistic and sadistic and unstable.
oh, really?
Yep.
That's
Prudently's
terrible
the
to
best
grow up
person I
with.
know.
She is.
She
She's a nice
Oh
is.
my
person.
gosh. Would
A
you
real nice
cut that?
person.
Hey,
I
you don't
mean,
know
no,
me
but
in
don't
real
get me
life,
wrong. I
Terry, and
love
I could
Ace
be
too.
nasty.
Who's nasty?
What if I'm a nasty person in real life? I said, Terry.
But you also
No,
would
but
be
you
toast.
live too close to me to be nasty in real life.
You don't seem like one of those loudmouth East Coasters that are really demanding and entitled.
Ah,
No, I don't like those too much.
Yeah,
They're
there's
not
a
my
guy
cup of
that
tea.
I worked with in Ann Arbor, Michigan. He had worked in
Uh,
Boston. He said people were really he generalized. So he said everything was
yeah.
about them. They're really loud and
Yes, that's true. That's true.
demanding.
Yes. Yes. There's a lot of money out there, and people, like you said, they feel a little entitled to be treated quite nicely,
Well, you
whether
do
they
it
deserve
over
it or
here.
not.
Get out of here. I was here first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't cut anybody in line. I just let those people go in front of me. Here you go. Come on, you're
That
having
was
a
a
bad
good
day.
imitation, though.
Yeah, he did that quite well.
Didn't he?
Wow. Yeah.
I was here first. That was fucking funny as
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
I
he
used
did a
to
good
want to
job.
see New York City. You both of you have been to New York City, haven't you?
No,
I've
I
been there,
haven't.
but yeah, they're not. I sort of lived there for a little while when I was younger. I had a lot of friends there, but I decided I didn't want to live in the city at all. I was more of a country girl usually, so that was my thing.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
Prudent Lee's voice gives me comfort.
Okay.
Oh,
She knows
You
that.
you want me to come over and make you soup and rub your back?
Not rub my back. I don't know about that. It might turn funny.
Oh, well, that's true. No, just in a nice way.
well, prudently,
I
prudently.
know, but see, it's been a long time since anybody's touched me.
Oh, okay. Well,
Prudently.
maybe. Yeah.
If you rub my back, I'll rub your feet.
Oh gosh.
Oh, she
You
would like
know,
that.
I I am so thankful that my husband rubs my feet every night.
Does it?
Does
I
he? That's
He
so nice.
does. Yeah, he does. Oh, thank you, Ace.
Does
I
he bite him to
appreciate
see if he
that.
can still have feeling?
No, no,
He might have to start.
no. Yeah. No, he doesn't do that, but he does rub them. And he does it really
Harder.
hard. Like I have to have it like to get the first amount of pain gone. I mean, Terry, you would have to dig your hands in there and you would think that you were killing me.
Really?
However, it makes the pain dissipate. It does. For some reason, it
I kind
calms
of
the
want one
nerves.
right now.
Yeah, it's.
No, but even when you're like back massaging, not you back massaging me, not like that happens. But I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
Are you
No, I haven't
ticklish?
given you one lately. No, I'll tell. I won't tell him.
lately,
Tracy, are you ticklish? Where are you most ticklish at?
I'm not ticklish at
Yeah.
all.
Oh, I
Mm-mm.
am.
Are you?
I am. I'm ticklish like under my arms and my
I'm
sides. I
not.
can't take it.
I'm not ticklish.
Rachel's like feet again, Terry.
I know, right? Feet again, Terry. That is true. He loves that shit.
Some people like feet. What can
Yeah,
you do?
Rachel said she had pretty feet.
Not me.
Some men like boobs, some men like arse, and some men like feet.
I have nothing. I have
Right?
nothing. Nothing.
I'm
I have
sure you
nothing.
do.
That's
I
not
have
true.
nothing.
That's not
Nothing.
true, Tracy.
Nothing.
I've seen your videos. I've seen
I
your
have
videos.
nothing. I have
Yeah,
nothing now. I have
yeah,
flat butt, fucking
no,
disfigured boob,
Oh,
fucking
stop
no
no, you
it.
don't.
hair, and ski
You're
feet.
healing. You're healing. That's not
You're
that you don't have
healing.
nothing. It's just that you're healing.
Mm-mm. All I had going for me was my personality.
No, you're healing. That's all that is.
I know, right? Think positive. Think positive.
I think
Right?
Tracy
I
just
might have had
has
a
not.
fantasy or two. I had a fantasy or two when I was watching your videos, but a long
My
time
video?
ago.
Well, there you
A
go.
long time ago, he
I
said.
mean,
Thanks a
that
lot,
was when I first.
motherfucker.
I don't sexualize you
Stork.
now. I don't. I see you as I humanize
Yeah,
you.
I don't sexualize you anymore, Tracy. You have nothing.
He said
Nothing.
you didn't let him
Nothing
No, I
that
finish.
don't
I
mean it like
want.
that. I mean I respect you more. When
There
I
you go.
first got on
All
YouTube
right.
and
Good sweep up. Good
I
sweep.
looked at
Good sweep.
Survivor Girl. When I looked at Survivor Girl, I seen a sex object. Now I see a human being.
Oh, see?
I
You
see. I
should have let him
respect
finish.
your personality
You
and
know
your
what? And I
intellect.
prefer you to respect me. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, if I don't have you, that's what Mr. Rourke says.
You know, I thought you were
Oh,
gonna I looked at your description for your video tonight and it was talking about blue boys
blue
and
boys,
other
blue
things.
balls. It was
Blue
supposed to say
ball.
blue balls. Blue
Oh.
balls and raw dogging.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Secular knows what raw dogging is.
Yes, I am. Yes, I
I
do.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. What is that?
I didn't either. Prudently, and I had to be learned on the subject.
Wait a minute.
Sex,
Raw
sex
dogging?
without protection.
Oh, okay. Why can't we just say sex
With a hooker.
protection? Oh, with a hooker. Oh, that explains it much better. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Raw
righty.
dogging. What's more dangerous, COVID or raw dogging?
I only did
Probably
that once.
raw dogging. Yeah,
I did that
would
only
think.
once when I walked out of the peep show. There was a girl in the car. She was
Tonight,
parked in the parking lot.
Bruley's gonna say to us,
We went and got a
"Are we
room.
raw dogging?"
And we went and got a room, and I impulsively did that, and I never forgave myself for it. It was like,
Oh gosh.
it was real impulsive.
I'd
You know
say
what?
so.
You know what I like about Terry is he's like the octopus, or is it octopi?
Yeah.
of YouTube, like, because you know how octopi can,
What?
they can adjust to any atmosphere. And when he was on Bobbles and they were talking about raw dogging, he made it.
There you
He
go.
kept
I'm
me
sorry.
echoing.
I'm just trying to mute you.
Uh,
I wanted to
uh,
see
I'm
this from
trying
my
to mute
computer.
you.
I'm so sorry. No, I
I'm
was
trying to
trying
mute
to
you.
mute you on my other device. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm like, Blendon, yes, Blendon, the octopus.
Blendon.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry
And
blends in. Is that what you're
yes,
saying?
he certainly does. Because the other night when he was talking
Okay.
about it got called raw dogging, and that was my first
Where were
experience.
you? Whose channel?
Bobbles.
Bobbles. Okay. Yep. That explains it.
And I was
I'm
like,
sure there's a few
what's
things I
raw
haven't heard over
dogging?
there. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that's a
like,
new one.
and he was like, made it seem like he had raw dogged a couple of times.
No.
And, like played with fire.
Well,
But now, tonight, he said, I raw dogged once. And he gave it such a great explanation. And I've regretted it ever since.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That I really
you
totally,
go.
I believe him.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But, you can raw dog with somebody you're in a committed relationship with.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah, very committed.
You're
These
married.
days, right?
Got to get
Just a
married.
vow.
The East Coast,
Right.
the lady from Brooklyn said, "When you get married."
I just think it's funny that prudently to
That
say
it-
raw dogging tonight somehow.
I just never heard that one before.
Me neither.
Yep.
But it makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
I could ask my husband if he's ever heard of that.
Right?
Yeah, he'll be
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
I know, and he'll get all like, why would I know what it means
What
to go
raw
to
dogging
prostitutes?
No, not with the
He'll be like, what are you
just
trying
the
to
raw
imply?
dogging. Like you can raw dog with somebody that you are in a committed relationship with.
Oh, you can.
Right.
Okay. It's not just
no,
specific
I threw
to
that in.
hookers.
I threw that in.
Oh, you threw that in. Okay. That makes a little more sense. Right?
Right.
I think everybody's probably done that in their stupid youth.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're invincible when you're young.
And then Terry said, how am I supposed to give him a pearl necklace? I can't get the condom out quick enough to give him the pearl necklace.
Okay.
And deep inside, I'm in agreement with him. But, I don't voice it. I go, oh, Terry.
Yeah, even Ace hasn't heard of it either. Yeah. Good. I'm in good company, I guess, Ace.
Me too. I didn't know what it was.
Well,
Terry, did you know what raw dogging was?
Huh?
Did you know it was called raw dogging?
Yeah, I sort of had heard of it before.
Ron Luna, had you not talked raw dogging? He said, are we talking sex?
Sort of, yeah, we are.
Yeah. Do you know what raw dogging is, Ron Luna, now? Before, Rachel said, when you're in a committed long-term relationship, absolutely. Right. Aso says,
yeah, and you find out their entire sexual history, who they've slept with.
Right. Until they bring you on Jerry Springer because they have a secret they have.
So they bring you your HIV test and your syphilis test just in case it's been long term,
No, but could you imagine those people who end up even if Jerry Springer, if I was married to somebody for 20 years Look at Ron Luna. He said a pearl necklace.
You know what it is,
Yep,
Ron.
he knows what it is.
He just wants
He
to hear the
knows.
ladies say it. He gets off on that.
We know what that is.
Well, we
Is
do
that a
now.
raw dog?
We can't brag like we were in that loop that knew. Come on.
Yeah, like ZZ Top told us what a pearl necklace was. She won a pearl necklace. I was backstage for ZZ Top.
That was what they meant?
Yeah.
I thought they meant a real pearl necklace.
No, sir. Really?
Yeah.
Stop it, prudently. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know
Why
if I
would
believe.
I do. I didn't think that.
At the beginning, I might have thought it, so maybe I kind of knew what a pearl necklace was.
I guess I'm very naive in some areas. Boy, wow, I'm feeling really.
But now you know what a pearl necklace
Yep,
is.
I guess I do. I
Now you
guess I
probably had
do.
a few, right?
I'm not saying that lady never discloses. Mm-mm,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
Neither
not
does a
saying from
gentleman.
different. Ron says I've
Huh?
given plenty of pearl necklaces. I still do.
He's not afraid to tell.
Tracy, will you tell
What? What do you want to know?
what we're talking about? I'm not going to
That
come
I
on.
know what a pearl necklace is? I said I
No.
did. I don't give them.
What do you mean, Ray? Wait a minute. Ray Shell says, dang, prudently kidding. What do you mean? I know he's kidding, but I still wouldn't tell. I can't tell if you're making fun of me or what there,
No,
Ray Shell.
she's not. No, but pearl necklace.
Yeah, I
Yes,
just sorry.
I
I
know what
didn't
they
know.
are. And I understand your dilemma about the raw noggin.
Hey, I can tell you a really yucky one about that entails pearls with a penis.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you want me to tell you that? Okay,
Yeah,
Rochelle says
absolutely.
it was a joke. Okay, all right. When I was a student years ago, and in this dermatology clinic, right,
Mhm.
I had, unbeknownst to me, it was STD day. And so I was working with a doctor that treated, most of the STDs. And he's like, yeah, come on in on this one, please. And I just remember looking at it and going, what in the name of all that's holy is that? And what it was called is pearly penile papules. Say that
Ugh,
fast. And
Pearly
if you
peanut
look up a
popular.
picture of it, it looks exactly like
Poison
all
ivy.
little pearls all over the top of the penis.
Ugh.
Yeah, but they look exactly like pearls. You talk about a pearl necklace,
Wow.
they resemble pearls, and it's just it's a specific
Well, how do they get rid of
STD.
it? Like, do they have to cut
It
them out?
no, it takes really strong antibiotics.
How do they
Like a
get it?
doxycycline, it from a prostitute. He got it from a prostitute. So they was
Ugh.
like trying to tell him, you've got to
Ugh.
find that girl, and let her
What
know. And
was it oral or intercourse that
no, it was
caused
from intercourse. Yeah. Yes,
it?
Ron, it is an STD. Yes, Rachel, play on my name. Thank you. I'm prudently don't tell your sexual encounters.
Right.
But yeah, it was an STD through, obviously
It's like a
somebody
public service
who,
announcement.
yeah, it is that for anybody. No, it's okay. I
It's
uh,
STD day. Ben said,
yeah,
it's STD day. What the fuck?
I
That
know.
doesn't sound good.
Well, they have. Do you know they have STD days? They have specific days for those kind
When
of
you learn
things.
about it.
When you're students in a hospital that teaches, plus those kind of clinics, they always have different different things. It's like I don't know how to
I, for
describe
a
it.
while, thought pearl
It
necklace was like, I heard this. This has never happened to me. That I heard people insert them in certain orifices of their body
yeah.
and then pull them out.
Yeah.
and think that that's like pleasurable.
Mm,
But, I've never undergone that.
yeah.
So,
Well, some of those, the worst STDs I think
no,
I've
no,
ever
no, not an
seen.
STD. That was
Oh,
like a
okay. I'm sorry.
sexual thing, like a pearl necklace
Hmm.
inserted into orifices
Yeah. Ooh.
and
Okay.
then pulled out and was supposed to create some kind of pleasure.
Uh-huh.
But I've never experienced that. I'm not saying I've experienced the thing and not experienced the pleasure. I'm saying I never experienced the thing.
Uh-huh.
The only pearl necklace
Okay.
experience I've ever had is not a real pearl necklace,
Okay.
but ZZ Top's version.
Yeah, well, Rachel has a comment for you there.
Yeah, beads for the butt. Right, Benoit beads.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
No, those are balls. Benoit balls.
Ron Luna says that doesn't sound good. Yeah, that STD was very hard for that man to get control of. I don't even know if he ever did, but he
Wow.
was there several times, and I I remember once I was like the head student, I was like, "Oh, you go on. He's Mr. So and so's back. You go right on in there. It's unusual case."
Would you
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 study
should
take
in
over.
you
social work?
should be you should be open to lots of different things, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yuck.
Poor
Anyways,
Bobbles, I
let's
think her
let's
dog
talk about.
died.
Oh yeah, let's talk about something else. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. She has a live stream. I know my
Yeah.
my corgi died a few years ago. I just got another corgi puppy, as you had seen on my avatar before, but I was a wreck. I mean, I
I
went
haven't
in
had a
there when they
dog
put
die
her
yet.
down. You haven't? Oh,
Mm-mm.
I was
Just
a
a
wreck.
cat.
I was crying, because they love you so much
I
and
know.
they're trusting you. You take them in there and then they tell you should probably it's best to put them down. And, they just give them that shot and you watch the life go out of their eyes, is what it is. I think I cried for like 5 days straight. Oh,
I didn't go in the room with Zoe, but they were nice to
no.
her. Like she wasn't good at the vet, but it was like
Yeah.
she knew that day. She was cat.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I couldn't.
And they were nice to her. Like I was ashamed to bring her because her cancer, like on half of her face, had turned black.
Oh,
And but that was because I tried to get it operated on. I paid, to get an
oh
operation. I brought her to
boy.
New Hampshire and everything,
Yeah.
And, they said, oh, a little piece slid down.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then within that month, it was like as if the air got to it and it turned it black,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't
Wow.
know. She didn't look in a mirror,
Oh, I
you know?
know.
Yep.
She
But
didn't know.
then I
Oh, the
brought
poor
her and
thing.
they were like, oh, and they put the
Oh,
blanket over her.
yeah. Yeah. That's so
Yeah.
sad. It is sad. I don't know that would have any words of wisdom for her except to just keep having a good cry and remember you gave them a good life.
Yeah.
Oh, what does
Ace
they
said that
say? I
she
haven't
had an
stopped
English
crying.
Staffy.
Oh, yep. Yep. My
Hmm.
sister, my sister's got Ace. I don't know if you've ever heard of this breed. I think it's fairly new, but it's a cross between the English bulldog and the the bulldog and the English bulldog and the Stafford Terrier, something like that. It is the cutest dog. I love it. My husband's like, oh,
My dog
maybe
is
I'm going to get
cute
one of
too.
those. You have
My animals are cute.
they're cute, yeah. I'm more of
Yeah.
I don't like Chihuahuas. I got to tell you. I'll be
He
honest
doesn't
with you.
seem like a
Okay.
Chihuahua. He looks like a baby fox.
Yeah, he's
That's
Chihuahua.
that's what Roscoe
He's
looks like,
got
a
that
baby.
Chihuahua personality.
No,
No,
I,
he
I like
doesn't.
Roscoe. Roscoe's, what type of Chihuahua is Roscoe?
He's a Pomeranian Chihuahua.
Yeah,
He's a Pomchi.
I do. No, I do like him.
Yeah.
But my
He's
sister had 3 Pomeranians. I'll never forget. Those things never shut up.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know
they were
what?
cute,
I
but they
had
just
I
barked.
I have a Chihuahua horror story I want to tell. Uh,
Wait a minute, who has a mastiff? Rachel, you have a mastiff? I had a bull mastiff. My husband says his next dog's a mastiff.
I don't like them.
Oh, you don't like them? They're so
No, I don't.
nice.
Isn't that the
Wow.
nanny from Wendy?
No,
You
that's the
know.
dog I have, the Newfie.
Are you gonna listen to
Oh,
my
okay.
story or
Oh,
not?
I'm
Yes, go
sorry.
ahead.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I apologize.
So there's two very narcissistic, sometimes three, sometimes four, group of young, usually ladies that stayed in this apartment, this building I was in. They had this Chihuahua, was a chronic barker.
Yeah.
And me and the guy, it didn't seem to bother other tenants besides me and Floyd. Floyd lived upstairs from them, and I
Okay.
lived up next to Floyd. And he moved because of the dog, and he shouldn't have had to
Wow.
move. It took me a month, at least a month of confronting them over the dog, leaving letters, calling the city. I flat out told them the dog has to go. I'm not moving over the dog. I need my sleep. I got to go to work, get a house, have somebody hold the dog until you can get another place. The manager didn't seem to care. In this apartment building, if there's a problem barking dog, the dog would go. And I just flat out told them I don't care about the well-being of the dog. I'm not going to move over a dog.
Right.
Finally, the dog was gone and they were gone. So I just
Hmm.
thought it's very narcissistic and selfish when people put dogs over other people, when they value them
Hmm.
more than
We know you feel that way.
I
No,
need
I
my
agree with
rest.
you. I agree with you. Yeah.
You know,
He says
that,
that all the time, though. He says, if we were dating and I said I didn't like your dog, would you get rid of your dog
no,
or get
Roscoe
rid
would
of
have
me?
to go. I wouldn't tolerate that dog at all.
That's what
I'm
he
just
thinks he
kidding.
has a choice.
I love that. No, I would adopt him. I had a girlfriend that had a Yorkie. I pretended I liked it, but initially I
Pretended
pretended
I
I
like.
liked it, but I grew to like the dog.
You can
Yeah.
tell a lot about people that don't. Look how pretty Pink Sam is, too, right?
Oh,
Everybody's so pretty,
yeah.
huh?
No,
Wow.
I grew attached to the dog. I liked it, but she did something that I told her. I asked her politely not to let her Yorkie lay on the pillow. I had a certain pillow that was my daughter's, and I told that's my daughter's, and she said okay.
Well, she would
And I
bring it
and I
to your house.
reminded her,
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
I reminded her a month
Mm.
later. She kind of seemed agitated. The
Mm.
dog, don't let the dog lay on my daughter's pillow. My daughter's more, it goes outside, it walks. I enjoyed taking the dog for a walk. I grew attached to it.
Yeah.
Initially, I just pretended I liked it. I didn't really care for it, but
Yeah, but taking a dog for a walk can be therapeutic, like,
yeah,
on the dog whisperer and stuff.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
dogs and cats, they're good for loneliness and depression. I had a
Yeah.
cat that I
No,
got rid
not
of.
even that. But the dog whisperer, I mean, he would say, to live in the moment, like through the leash, like let the energy go through the leash, and don't think about, use that as a little vacation from the
Mm.
rest of the day. Don't think about the day and don't think about the future. Just think about the here and now with the dog and
Yeah,
project that positive
Hmm.
energy through the leash.
yeah. I
Yeah,
would
but
like little Roscoe.
you'd like what, Terry?
I would like little Roscoe. I know I would.
Yeah. He'd probably get attached to you.
Roscoe doesn't like anybody at first.
No, Roscoe would probably snap at me.
None of my animals do. All my animals are not.
Really?
They're kind of antisocial.
Oh, gee. Okay.
I think it rubs off.
Hmm.
I think I
Okay.
rubbed off on.
You rubbed off on them.
I did. Yeah, Terry
Oh.
did tell some girl she'd have to get rid of her dog.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did,
He
Terry.
probably said it in passing.
I was probably being mean. I was probably in a mean mood or being sarcastic.
No, you said you dated some girl and she didn't. I think it was the girl you were just telling the story about. But if she was bringing her dog over to your house and letting it lay on your kid's pillow, then that's an issue.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't encroach on somebody's space, or if I just started dating somebody, I certainly wouldn't bring my pets over there and
Exactly.
have them lay on your bed or something like that. That's kind of
Yeah.
rude. Or I would think it's rude.
I think so
You know.
too, especially if it was one of those dogs with the drool and everything.
I
Uh,
had one of them. I've
my
had it.
friend had one of those. The Bernese,
Yeah.
is that what they're called?
Oh,
Bernese.
those the Burmese. Oh, those are beautiful. Those are
Beautiful
beautiful
dog, but
dogs.
God.
Yes.
He said when the dog, did finally pass away, he had it for a good 12, 13, 14 years, but,
Yeah.
it was a big white one that, Secular said I told SG Roscoe would have to go. But, no, this guy, he said when the dog finally did pass away, he was glad because, he
Yeah.
felt like his house was the dog house.
Oh.
He had everything covered in towels, all his
Oh.
furniture and everything,
Yeah.
Yeah. And the dog would
Huh.
get real scared, like if it heard like thunder and stuff, and it was for a big dog, it was a lot of work. Like I guess one time he went for a walk with it and, they walked far, but then the
Mm.
dog, being as big as it is, didn't want to walk back out, and
Mm-hmm.
he had to
Mm.
carry it. And,
Oh boy.
yeah. XX had a Saint Bernard.
Well, so did you ever talk about the blue people? Do you know I looked that up?
You did? Ah,
I
awesome that
did.
you did. Because
I
I
did look that.
did. And
I
that's
was
awesome.
surprised. I mean, there supposedly aren't anymore. They said that the last known case of blue people was 1975. Now
Ah,
I
you're
don't.
awesome. You are fucking awesome. You
Oh,
really
thank you.
did. Because I did too, and that's what I got too. Was the last one was
Yeah,
1975, and what I thought was,
because Tommy
you know,
Highway said he had seen one when he was, I believe he said he was 14.
right, which
So
could
how
like
old is
blend
he?
in. Like they may not have known, that.
Well, they
But
could
then
be keeping
also,
it
what
a
I was
secret.
thinking was when I was in school, I remember them talking about people having blue babies, and it had something to do with the oxygen and a certain genetic,
Yep,
like a
yep,
gene.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
it was more common back then,
yeah,
back in the 80s. I remember that was in like my science
yep,
class.
yep.
And so when I was reading about it, I thought maybe it was something that was just more common when it was an inbreeding gene was prevalent.
Oh, yep. One of the
Yeah,
genes is prevalent. Yeah, I can't.
yeah.
I can't remember
Well,
the
what
name
they
of
were
it.
saying was, the only reason why I say the inbreeding is because remember back when with royalty, they used to call it the blue blood.
Yes, but
Yeah.
they
And, yeah.
supposedly they have brown blood. That's what I was reading.
Well, it's like real thick or something, right? They were saying like,
Very thick,
but
but yeah.
yeah. And one guy actually like got shot and like his blood was so thick he didn't bleed out or something like that. I read
Wow.
something like that. But they were talking about the Huguenot. Remember
Oh,
that?
yep, yep.
Yep. And those were like royalty back then. And I thought, you know, that it was, secular somehow got kicked out, I think. Hold on.
Did you kick him
I
out?
think I did
Yeah, I
not,
got
but here
bounced
he is.
off somehow.
I didn't do anything. But yeah, that I started like, they did a lot of inbreeding too, like
Yeah.
royalty. And
I
they
don't
would
hear you,
say,
secular.
Can you
yeah,
hear
Is
me
he?
now?
Oh, yep. I can hear you now.
Okay.
yeah. And also they showed a lot of this one guy in a lot of the pictures for the things, the videos.
Yeah.
When you were doing your research and you noticed, like he looked a little like
Yes.
Papa Smurf. But
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, but he was on Oprah and he had taken this pill, the silver
The colloidal
to turn
silver.
blue and
Yeah.
died of heart attack.
Yeah.
But he
That was
wasn't
stupid.
really a
He
real
wasn't a true. Yeah.
bright. Yeah, he wasn't a true one, which made me just think about that Martin Fugate. Did you read
Uh,
that? The
that I didn't.
Kentucky
I don't.
Blue
Yeah. Fugate.
Fugate,
It was Fugate.
Fugate, or however they
Fugate.
pronounce
I'm
it.
like, what are
Yeah,
you talking about?
Well, I say Fusac because I'm thinking they were more French because he was Martin. They said he was a
I,
French orphan,
yeah, but I know.
and he married that Elizabeth Smith, and then they had
Right.
kids. Yeah, and then like the gene pool was small because they were
Well,
inbreeding.
they inbred first, married first cousins too, because
Yeah,
there just wasn't a lot of people to marry,
right. Yeah,
But I
which
thought,
also the royalty people did that too. With
I
their
didn't know that. Yeah.
well,
I,
their blue blood. They wanted to keep it in the blood.
okay.
And I
Well,
wondered if maybe it had something to do with where the Huguenots or whatever the Huguenots.
yeah, I didn't get that deep.
Yeah,
I don't think
that.
I got that deep, but
Oh yeah,
I did read
I
about
learned that
the
deep. Like
Kentucky
I was
line
like,
of
okay, so
Fugates.
where does blue bloods come from? Because I know that there's inbreeding in royal families too,
Yeah, there is.
right? So I wanted to see if perhaps maybe it had a connection, and because there
Yeah.
was inherited disorders associated with making the hemoglobin. It was the same thing. It was the
Yeah.
same that those particular people were.
Mm,
So I thought that was
right, right.
interesting.
Yeah, it is an
Mhm.
interesting thing. I mean, you don't normally see it in most, I don't want to say normal, areas, but you got to admit, you would probably, excuse me, expect to see something like that more in the hills of Kentucky. Uh, You
Well,
know,
I could see if they were doing like some kind of experiment on them, and maybe that's why that little girl bit Tommy. Like maybe she was trying to get away from
well,
whatever hospital. Didn't he say they were
what
in
I
like an
was
emergency?
what I was trying to figure out is he said he was 14 and they said the last known documented, they said all the Fugates had passed away
That's what
with
I
that
wanted to
particular
ask him
gene was in
too when he popped on.
1975.
That was,
So,
yeah. And they said it was a male too,
right.
the last one from
So unless
75.
they're not reporting everything,
I'm
which
gonna look that
which
Right.
up.
is
I
possible.
never heard of blue people. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, they're kind of quite an anomaly.
Oh,
Um,
blue people of Kentucky.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely been more of them all over the United States. They're
I think
just
so too.
that just is one well-known case, I guess you could say, a well-known family line that came to
Wow.
light.
I guess the
But
reason why we're looking at it more is because Tommy Highway said that he actually had
yeah, I
a
had never.
physical.
I
Yeah.
remember learning about that in some high school science class.
That's the
Isn't that
thing. In
funny?
high school
Yeah,
science class, I
I
learned
think it was
about
a.
blue babies,
I don't know if it was
and they were born
biology
with a
class.
certain gene and the
Hmm.
oxygen, something to do with the oxygen. They're still talking about
That's
dogs in there. It's so funny.
yep. That was
Hmm.
yeah. Blue
Should we all go
babies.
check out Bobbles or
Oh, is she on tonight? Is that tonight?
she is?
Oh, okay. Yeah, if she might need a little, um,
Yeah. Let's go up
support.
on there prudently, me and you.
No, no, I'm good. I'm good. Oh,
Why?
Mr. Rourke, the Tibetan Mastiffs are beautiful. Um, they really are. They're supposed
Why
to
would you
be.
be good?
I'm good. I don't need to go up there. I'm sure she has plenty of people up there.
But if she doesn't,
Okay.
okay,
You know
good.
I'm not much of a mixer on lives.
But I love you.
You can love me without me going up on other people's lives. I'm
But
particular
you're
about
so
what I.
wonderful.
Oh, I'm
You know
glad you
what?
think
Hey,
so.
secular,
What?
secular.
What?
Notice how Prudently is one of the only ones that didn't get kicked off CW's channel. She chose to leave because she stands by her convictions.
It's no biggie. It's not like I announced my
I
leaving there.
know.
I
No,
just
I
stepped
announced it, but
away.
did you notice that?
Right.
I just stepped away. Yeah, I didn't like the way he did things to people.
Isn't that nice of like I feel like that like makes her like a little different
Uh,
than
Yeah, I
mm,
all of us.
vaguely I remember her name, seeing it when I was on.
yeah. I
Right.
used to be involved in the chats. Yeah. There was a lot of I thought nice people there. But
Yeah.
you
There's
And
know,
you
a
still see
cult-like
nice.
mentality there. There, when you hear that criticism, it's like,
yeah. I don't like anybody telling me where I can go. You're not going to tell me that I can't go into somebody else's live stream chat because
Yeah, that's
you
unstable.
don't like them.
Yeah, there's
Or,
something wrong with that.
you
That's
know, come
that's
on.
mental illness, to be honest.
Well, I know. Yeah.
And
There's
that's what
no
he
doubt
was
about that.
doing. And that's what happened. Like, prudently, she said that, like, I got kind of mad. Like, I was in that mindset of a paranoia, thinking that people who were my friends weren't talking to me because
Yeah,
of
you
that. And I
were
think
you were
maybe
getting
you
a
hadn't
little.
responded or something prudently. And I said, oh, is it because you aren't talking to me? Something like along those lines, you know? And
Hmm.
you said, nobody tells me who I can and can't talk to. I've just been snowmobiling and remember?
I was busy, and you were
Hmm.
not in a very good place. I mean, you were
No,
going
that was before we had talked on the phone and everything.
right,
It took a
right.
while even for me to even
Hmm.
make that jump of the talking on the phone. That's how,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, right.
scared I was of just of, and it wasn't of everybody. It was of one person
Yeah,
could be everybody kind of.
yep, right.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Who
And
can
I'm
walk?
not, yeah.
Mr. Rourke can walk 7 dogs at one time. Oh my gosh.
He said, what?
Can walk
God,
7 dogs at one time.
really?
Yeah,
That's a
You
that's a
know
challenge.
what?
lot.
There's good money in dog walking.
I think
There
you're
is.
supposed to walk in front, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
you're
that how
never
the dog
supposed you
whisperer does
shouldn't
it?
shouldn't let your dog even Uncle Matty. That's who we learned to train dogs from is Uncle Matty.
I never heard of him, but I watched The Dog Whisperer, and it was wicked sad when his dog,
Oh,
Daddy, remember his dog Daddy died? It was like
which
a
one was
bulldog,
that? Oh, yes. Yes.
yeah, something like
I
pit
know.
bull, bulldog,
Yeah.
or something, you
I
know?
liked the way he trained. I also just we watched this guy on PBS years and years ago when we got our bull mastiff. And because we wanted to really make sure we trained him well because we knew he was going to be so powerful. And that dog can go through. He's kind of like my Newfie. They could run through a fence and not feel it, you know. And
Yeah.
wanted to make sure they stayed right with you, you know. And his name was Maddie or Martin. I can't remember his name, but he comes up like he's around YouTube, all around YouTube. You would just have to type in dog training Uncle Maddie. He was Martha Stewart's dog trainer actually too.
Caesar Milan, though, he tried to kill himself.
He did?
Yeah, when his wife was leaving him, and it was right after his dog Daddy died, and his wife
Oh
was leaving
wow.
him,
Oh, that's
he tried to
awful.
kill himself. And that was so
Wow.
sad, I thought, because he has done all those shows, like
Oh
helping
no.
people, like, the
Yeah.
dogs,
And here he
or
is
the,
going
yeah,
such
and
a
here he
tough
is going
time.
through that. And then,
Wow.
yeah, and it was so
Yeah, that's
sad.
sad. That's sad.
Hmm.
Well, I guess you can go to places when you're in that, much pain, from loss. That's a lot of
His wife and
loss.
everything,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah. And
Well,
then they
okay.
ended up taking his show off and putting it on like Dog Something 911, or they changed it, remember?
Really? No, I don't. I don't.
Yeah,
I,
they
I didn't
changed the
know he did
show.
that though. Oh,
But he started like just walking that Jada Pinkett's dog.
yeah.
Remember, she was married to Will Smith.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yep, you ignore a dog till it's calm. Yeah, till
Yeah.
it's calm. Remember, he would say no, no eyes, no look, no talk, or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, he would always just, if the dog was barking, just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I get so like when Roscoe starts barking, they start, you know, I don't even know if you should pet it. Then he
Yeah.
says, then pet it. I don't know if you should pet it. I think you need to just ignore it till it like, you know,
Yeah.
one on each other. But was knowing she was smallest, but you put the big boy in line. I can't do
Mm-hmm.
dog fights. I don't do dog fights. That's why I
Hey,
didn't.
I am
What?
going to jump off if you're gonna go to Bobbles. So
Oh, you're gonna go to Bob's? All right, let's.
I'll go lurk. I didn't say I was going on anywhere. Just lurking.
She's gonna
Yeah.
stalk and lurk.
I'll lurk for a little bit, but
All
I
right.
might I
Somebody
might get to
drop
bed
Should I
early.
drop the link? Want me to drop the link
For what?
for Bob's? Do we all know it?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
It's all right. All you gotta do is just go to YouTube and put it in the search bar.
Yeah, Miss
Babbling with
babbling with
Bobble.
Yeah.
babbling with Bobbles.
Thank you,
All
Let
Jim.
right.
let your
5,
chat know you're going
4,
over there.
3,
Oh,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Goodbye. Peace, love,
Goodbye.
tacos.
Peace out, tacos.
Bye.
Let's let them know where
That
you're
was
going.
fast. Bye. I'm going now.
Okay, I'm gonna put
Bye.
this in here.
All right. You're putting the
Love you
link?
too, Ace. Love you too,
Love you.
Ace.
I love doing links
Babbling
too.
with
You made my night.
Bobbles. Whoops, I almost put boobies. Babbling
Oh,
with